Reporting live from Hyper Clubhouse in Atlanta for Comedy Hype News, I'm Symphony Thompson. On this latest episode of NNN, comedian Eddie Griffin let his viewers know he predicted the arrest of Diddy and would state a new prediction. Diddy is a dead man walking, and he'd be surprised if he lived through the end of September. Now, of course, this conspiracy by Griffin has shown comparisons to Jeffrey Epstein, who was found dead in a Manhattan jail cell while awaiting trial on sex charges back in 2019. Epstein's death was ruled a suicide. However, many conspiracy theorists believe he was murdered in order to protect the celebrities he was alleged to have recorded. Last week, Diddy was arrested in New York City, being hit with charges of sex trafficking and racketeering, to which he pleaded not guilty. Just last week, multiple outlets would report that Diddy was being held in a Brooklyn detention center away from the general population and on suicide watch, which feeds into the predictions from Griffin and Diddy's former bodyguard, Gene Deal. Despite that, Diddy's lawyer would make a public statement declaring that his client is strong, healthy, and focused on his defense. Today we have our very own Comedy Hype analysts Steve Brown and Marvin Hunter on the show to talk all about it. But first, let's take a look at this clip.
Here is my prediction. I predicted that he was going to jail before they took him. I'd be surprised if he lived past the end of September, because he is a dead man walking. Every record label, motherfucking executive, and the motherfuckers in Black Rock, this nigga ain't gonna make it. And it's gonna be the end of the story, because we are waiting on the other names involved. You ain't gonna hear them. And now they gonna auction off all his mansions, because the feds now own all of his record label and all that shit. RICO Act, they took all this shit.
Now, crazy enough, we actually heard this take from you, Steve. I heard you mention the same thing. So, what's your reaction to it? Do you still agree with Eddie that Diddy's not going to make it?
Sadly, something in me does. It really does. I think he's again. I'm gonna double down on it. I think he's in danger. I know he's not Epstein, a bigger name. Harboring or catering to bigger names in the world, the world leaders, but he catered to some pretty powerful people that has money. So we'll see. Hopefully he doesn't get killed, but I feel like he's in danger.
Yeah. Now, Marvin, I know you may feel a little bit differently. What are your thoughts on that?
I don't think he has the reach that Epstein had. I really don't. I mean, I don't think no Prince Andrew was at no Diddy party. Bill Clinton world leaders and stuff like that. He gonna wish he was dead, because I don't think he's getting out. I don't think he's getting out of this. But I don't think they're gonna out him. You know what I'm saying, like that.
Yeah.
Take him out. I don't think they're gonna do it.
It's some powerful names in Hollywood, though, and I think. I mean, and to your point, Marvin, you are definitely right. You're definitely right about world leaders or whatever. But there are people who will do anything not to be exposed in in what's going on. So, and they got money. So we'll see. We'll see.
Now, we heard, of course, we're hearing from different people. Cat Williams would be someone who actually made a joke via his Instagram story. And he was saying, he feels like Diddy is going to snitch. He used like an AI generator. It was like a couple times he posted on his Instagram story. Marvin, I'll start with you. When it comes to, this thought behind Diddy possibly snitching, what do you think? Do you think he will, or do you think that he should? What are your thoughts?
He's absolutely going to snitch. Absolutely gonna sing like Mariah. There's no way he's not gonna snitch. He snitched on Shine. Shine did 10 years for him. Diddy is considering what he's facing. He's facing more time than R. Kelly. You know what I'm saying? He's going to snitch. So y'all should be scared. You should be very scared.
Yeah, and it's even crazy seeing the comparisons of like what we seen happen with R. Kelly. A lot of people are saying they're using that same formula because there's already a show out about Diddy and things like that.
And it's just like I just hate how our icons end up this way when they mean so much to our community. Because I listened to TP2, R. Kelly's album TP2 for the first time in years, and I was blown away as if it was the first time I heard it. 19 songs, no skips, and you out here doing this kind of devious crap, dude. You are a god musically in our community, man. Why would you do this? I don't know what money and fame does to people to make them go that route where they want to have sex with donkeys and giraffes and clowns mixed in and stuff like that. I don't want that kind of money, that kind of fame.
Gazelles.
Hell no.
Gazelles.
Not gazelles. Yeah, go ahead, Steve. What are your thoughts?
So Marvin, to your point, I want to piggyback off that. I just feel like, again, I agree with you, but I feel like they have God-given talent, but they're using that talent to hide who they really are.
Money does just enhance.
It enhances
who
it, so they're
already
hiding who they really are. And of course, like R. Kelly had this nickname, the Pied Piper or whatever. People were really in here. They were following. Everything R. Kelly did, we
Some
loved.
people still do to this day.
Like right now, I'm gonna ask y'all: if R. Kelly got out of prison and had a concert, would you go? Would you go?
It'd be packed. I do
It'd
think.
be
I think it would
packed
be. Yeah.
out.
Yeah.
Would you go?
That's a great question. Yeah.
I had to pee first. I had to pee first.
I wouldn't
to
go.
think about it.
I wouldn't go.
I could. It's because it's some songs like I can't help but think like see certain things. Like when it comes on, it's like oh I think of a kid or it's like I don't want to. So I can't listen to him. So it's no.
Okay, so do you still listen to R. Kelly?
I don't.
What about you, Marvin?
I don't shun away from it. And like I said, I don't shun away from his music. I hadn't listened to it. TP2 is one of my favorite albums of all time, R&B album, and I just listened to it. But I hadn't listened to that album probably since 2009. That's no BS for real. Yeah. And it blew me away.
It blew you away. Like man, you are so freaking talented, and you're doing this. Diddy ain't as talented, but you doing this, brother. Because he put a lot of people on.
Yeah.
And he also put a lot of people in the book. But
and he ruined a lot of careers. It's like the evidence has been there for years. And let me address the whole thing about tearing a black man down. Y'all stop.
Oh my God.
Stop it, man. Stop it. Just cut it out. Stop with this pro-black. I ain't going to be involved with tearing a black man down when that black man has destroyed lives. And they say someone pulling out my ass. It's been documented. So stop, man. That's goofy.
Tear his ass up. I went too far.
I don't really like when you say that.
I'm not going. Yeah.
I don't think.
Is that no Diddy? Should we say no Diddy?
No Diddy. Tam down.
Steve, but let me. Steve, I'll be having to get you back on track. So back to the other question really quick. I think that's a great point, by the way, because I have heard the conversation. Of course, like these people mean something to our communities, but you can't protect predators.
Yeah, you can't protect predators. I'm not going to do it. Black, white, purple, whatever. I'm not going to protect no predators. Do white people do it too? Yes, they do it too. When they have tapes of them beating somebody in a hotel room,
correct,
then they should get the same treatment. So we're not going to play that game.
We're being looked at from a different lens.
Yeah.
So any predator that does anything crazy like that, be on their ass.
Yeah.
And you ain't just get black yesterday.
Correct.
You know they looking at you different.
Yeah.
I don't care how Brett and them or Tanner and them moving. Yeah. You can't move like that. Yeah. You know it's different. It's a different set of eyes on you.
Yeah. So let me ask you this, Marvin. We've seen for a while. You saw Stevie J standing by Diddy. I haven't heard from Stevie J. I haven't heard from any of Diddy friends. Carisha did like a podcast interview where she was talking about like her relationship. Even the way she mentioned it was like, oh hey, I was supporting Diddy when y'all were supporting Diddy. Why are you pointing me out? Why do you think we aren't seeing his friends step up and stand beside him, or do you think that they should?
They're scared as hell.
Yeah.
All of them got on depends. All of them better do to themselves. All of you. Because you waiting on your name. You don't want to hear your name come through there. You been in the house. You can walk past a room where they had a clown in there. You know what I'm saying? Legs up, one leg in the east, one leg in the west. You seen a clown in the room. All kind of baby oil. You done slid down. You slipped down in there. You know it. You know it. That's why they scared.
I think that it's a career move. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, I don't want to implement my name and none of this stuff. And then, like Marvin said, you scared. You hope your name is not called. You don't want to implement yourself. You're trying to stay as far away from the oil and the debauchery and all that. I'm staying away from oil. As a matter of fact, my pastor tried to pray for me. I'm like, nah, no oil, just bare hands.
A lot of people probably need the holy oil.
I need dry hands.
I think a lot of people need
dry
oil.
hands, pastor.
So what do you think is going to happen? One, also you didn't answer the question. Do you think he's going to snitch? But two, what do you think is going to happen to Diddy? Do you think if he doesn't get taken out, do you think he's going to be in jail for a certain amount of time? Do you think he's going to end up getting out? What are your thoughts? And do you think he's going to snitch?
He's gonna snitch. Okay. He is going to tell on everybody. That's just what it is. I mean, he really has no choice. I mean, and then you look at his character. He sacrificed shine for himself. So if he sacrificed one of his own artists to stay free and continue to do what he does, he doesn't give a damn about nobody but himself. His only concern is him. So he's going to take down who was involved, who they thought was involved, just to clear his name, or to at least get his time lesson. So, yeah. And
what do you think? What do you think is going to happen to him if he, doesn't commit suicide or claims to have committed suicide?
I think if nothing happens to him and he has to do a lot of time, He gonna do the same thing in prison. He gonna have freak offs in prison. He gonna have oil everywhere. He gonna do everything.
Warrior
he
situation.
gonna have freak offs in the Fed. Yeah, the Fed freak offs. That's what they're gonna call it. FF. The federal freak offs.
Toothbrushes wrapped in duct tape.
Everything
everywhere.
Yeah, shanking and spanking. Everything.
Everything.
Yeah.
Take that.
I'm trying to tell you, y'all two together.
I took it.
I know. Stop it, Marvin. Rap me. I don't even know.
I'm headed to the hole.
Rap this up for me, Marvin. What do you think is gonna?
It's a jail term.
Stop it, Steve. Steve, you know what? We're gonna have a timer on you. You have timers on you, Steve. Marvin, wrap this up. What do you think is gonna happen? What do you think?
I think that's the last we've seen of it.
Yeah.
I don't think he's getting out. And if he makes some kind of deal, he snitched, they might shave some time off. But if he come back, he's not gonna be welcome nowhere. He's going to go over there with Russell Simmons.
Yeah.
He got to leave the country.
Yeah.
So, but I think this is the last we've heard of him. I really do.
Yeah. I've always wondered in situations like this, and I would not advise. So I'm not advising this, but just like from watching the different like crime movies and stuff, makes my mind wonder. Like, did you not think you were ever going to get caught? Like, did you not create some type of escape plan of like, okay, hey, if I get caught, I'm going to have these tapes go to these people?
You know what? Let me say this. Success brings arrogance. And some people feel like they are untouchable when they have a certain amount of success.
And a bunch of yes people around.
Right, a bunch of yes people around. I believe in his mind, he thought that he was untouchable. I really believe that.
You know, only reason why I would disagree slightly, I don't know if you saw the video recently where he was talking about his parties and he was like, man, one day they're going to arrest me. They don't want me to have a party.
Yeah, I think he was being sarcastic, but
even the arrogance of like, I'm going to still do the party. So I guess I can't agree. I guess I was disagreeing, but no, I can't agree. Because he was still just like, I'm going to still do the parties.
Yeah. And what's so crazy is, if it wasn't for the violence, he would still be doing it.
Correct.
You was beating old girl. That's the only reason you got caught. You was beating old girl. If it wasn't for the violence, he could be still doing the debauchery and all whatever the hell they was doing up in there. You know, it gets too good to you.
Yeah.
You know, I don't want to know that kind of success. I don't want to have that kind of money. You know, so what I think I'm just above the law. Okay, I can do whatever I want to do.
Right.
You know, because it's gonna bite you in the ass.
And there are people on our pay grade thinking they can do whatever they want to do.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So
I know some poor people. I know folks ain't got 2 nickels to rub together. They shows out.
So Marvin, if you were ever invited to a Diddy party, would you attend?
You know what? I'm gonna be honest with you. I'd probably go, but I'd leave. And I'd be the ashiest person in there. I wouldn't be no baby oil. No baby oil touch my skin. And as soon as I see the clown walk in, as soon as I see somebody bring the makeup to a nigga's face, I'm
you know what, Steve? And I don't want you to answer no, Steve. Do not answer that question. That question is not for you. I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this up right here. But I appreciate both of y'all for chiming in on this topic.
Friction.
Stop it. You know, and I'm gonna let Steve sit quiet for a minute because Steve need to settle in. Marvin, what do you have coming up? And of course, how can
I will be at Seti Says Club, Silly Rabbit in Baton Rouge this weekend, and then after that I will be in San Antonio at Upstage, and then October 19th in Birmingham, Alabama, I will be shooting my 1-hour special.
Absolutely.
At Red Mountain Theater.
You traveled this past weekend as well, didn't you?
No, I was here at Uptown. I was here performing at Uptown here in Atlanta this past weekend.
Okay.
And get at me at comedian Marvin H1 on Instagram but TikTok. And Marvin Hunter's page on Facebook.
Absolutely. Steve?
This Saturday.
Steve, you okay? I need to check in with you first.
I'm good.
You doing all right?
Follow me at on Instagram, Comic Steve Brown, one word, on Facebook, Comedian Steve Brown. I'll be in Birmingham this Saturday doing a step show for the ladies of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated. And then I'm going to head on down to the game to watch Alabama beat Georgia, Roll Tide. And we just out here. Of course, we're bringing the We Talk Like This podcast back. You'll see it's going to be really, really cool. So y'all look forward to that.
Good. Look at you, Steve.
And I'm gonna be in the hole.
Oh, here you go. I thought we were gonna clean up there. As always, though, I appreciate you both for chiming in on this topic. But you heard from us. Now we want to hear from you in the comments below. What are your thoughts on Eddie Griffin's new take and predictions on Diddy's situation? Reporting live from Hyper Clubhouse in Atlanta for Comedy Hype News, I'm Symphony Thompson.
Stay ashy.
Did y'all enjoy that? We've got so much more for you at hypersclub.com. Our exclusive interviews and backstage content gives you the chance to feel a part of the club. So what are you waiting for? Come on and join.